Hello everyone, my name is Divitra Nagalingam from Polytechnic Unko Omar. Metric card number is 01DDT19F2065. Today I am here to present about my practical task 1 activity for cost malware analysis. Without wasting time, let's move into the video. The task given to me is practice the malware analysis using basic static analysis. What is basic static analysis? Basic static analysis examines a file without executing it. It allows us to identify whether the file is recognized as malicious, as well as potentially provide basic information surrounding functionality. So now we are going to discuss about VirusTotal and how it can be used to analyze. Today I am going to use this sample file network pcap. When I open this file, as you can see, it is a Wireshark network capture file. But you can also use other type of files such as Word document, Excel spreadsheet or other Office files, PDF files, executable or even software. In addition, you also can upload URL link to analyze in VirusTotal. Now I'm going ahead to navigate to VirusTotal. First, let us know what is VirusTotal, why we want to use it, what benefit do we get from it. Well, let me explain it more briefly. VirusTotal is equivalent of having more over 60 different pieces of engine software installed on your computer. So, antivirus or anti-malware software from more over 60 different companies, you no need to install that many on your computer. Trust me. So, this is the way to see if a file not only passes whatever antivirus or anti-malware you may have installed on your computer, but check it against other databases as well. And the best part is this is VirusTotal is free. So now let's start. So now let's go ahead. First I click the link that directly link to the VirusTotal web page. You can also search for VirusTotal web page in any other trusted search engine such as Google. So this is the VirusTotal web page. We are here now. Now I'm going to choose a file. So now I'm going to pick a file that I mentioned earlier, that is on my desktop. Okay, now I upload this file from my computer desktop to the VirusTotal web page. I click open. You can see the analysis begin and the file is sequentially checked by the various engine. It creates it's computing a hash value. By analyzing the hash value, this is how the computer knows what type of file this is or what makes up this file. As you can see, the result updated as they are written at these first top two engines. We see that alert result is detected. An alert result is detected because it might be alert no records in VirusTotal database or alert no positive found or no engines detected in this file. We can know what is the exact reason for the alert statement pop up here on the detailed segment later. Beside that, others are shown in green signal and the result is undetected. You can see that. Besides that, undetected means here the given engine does not detect the file as malicious. We can also see that no any malicious content are detected result as the scan. In note that these are many of the leading names in the industry. This is all the leading name of industry. Here is it. We can see a lot of engine that is here. Okay. Next, conclusion we receive from total 57 engines and the line here give us no security vendors flag this file as malicious. These review that none of which report the file as precious. This would strongly suggest the file is safe. We should also be aware of false positive, and it's entirely possible that two engines may identify an issue. That is these two engines, Snort and Suricata. As you can see, this is the hash value of the file that I upload just now, network pcap file, and the size is 24.4 kilobyte size. Okay, so we detected the total, the conclusion is 0 over 57. There's no any malicious in this file is detected. Now let's go to the detail page and let's see the basic properties. Okay, in the basic properties, we know that the file type is a network capture. Yeah, it's a network capture file from Wireshark. So this is a green signal for us. The file size is 24.442 kilobyte. Okay, then now let's scroll down to the history section. Now I've seen some of these dates here that seem to be little of like says 2021, but two of these top says 2020 and 2012. So without going into detail, if we see an outline in this case, we see that 2012 was the first time that this file was seen in the submission. This is the first submission of this file on 2012. Okay, next, the first time this file is analyzed on 2021. The last submission of this file is on 29 November of 2020. Okay, this is the history of the file. Here is an example would be explain hash value a little more. The file that I downloaded is pcap network traffic file. So as you see, this is all the file that renamed before. Okay. In the names section, this is all the files renamed before this. If I want to rename this and I add whatever I want here, for example, Jivitra network, and it may show up here and say Jivitra network. Now, even though someone renamed the file, they all equal to this hash value. This is the hash value of the file. Okay, all of them equals to this hash value. Now, if we downloaded this and executable this piece of software and I change the code by adding some malicious content, I repackage it and I uploaded it on a random website, and then you came along and you downloaded this file, and if you were to scan it in VirusTotal, the hash value will be different. Not will be same like this, will be different because I add some malicious content on this file and I rename it and repackage it and upload it in a random website. Okay, next we can see why I told that the hash value will be different, because you would be different and you would not see these other file names unless of course somebody downloaded the file I modified and changed the name. So when we look at the detail page, we want to see that the file has been around on the internet for a while. What we don't want to see is the first submission and the last submission and the last analysis are the exact time that we are uploading the file. That would be a red flag. But in fact, it's been around the internet for over few days. That's definitely an indicator that this could be a okay file and it's a green light for us. Next, under the name section, we can actually do analysis on multiple file names. I just like to see if there are any other file names that way here different. So if you can see anything unusual from the file name section, unusual file name, we should be careful and be cautioned. But in this case, all of these names are similar. When we see is PCAP network traffic, DNS remote shell 1 test file, evidence 2015 test 1 for. If you notice, all this file is ending with pcap dot pcap. Dot pcap is a network capture file. Okay, then which end up with pcap, and there is no any unrelated file name to the file I downloaded. So this file is on green zone. Next, scroll down little more under the pcap network trace info. We can see overview type of the file of encapsulation. This is the file encapsulation is Ethernet, and number of packets is 131. Data size is 222 kilobyte. Start time, end time is on 2005. File type is PCAP. Yes, it's a PCAP because we downloaded network capture file. Duration time taken 99.73 to 729 seconds. If you scroll down, we can see DNS request. DNS request is used to request for the file. We can also know what is the domain name system DNS used to request for this file. Next, as I mentioned earlier, we can also know the exact reason for why the two alert statement pop up on the detection segment just now that I show you before this. As you can see on the alert section, you can see alert from Snort engine is due to unknown traffic and atom user privilege gain. Here is it. This is because the alert is pop up there. The reason is unknown traffic and atom user privilege gain. Next, in addition, the alert from Suryaketa alerts is engines is due to potentially bad traffic. So all of this is concluding a picture for us that this file has no flags flagged with any malicious. So it's still in a green zone. So in the details section, we can see what is the basic properties, history, names, PCAP network trace info overview, DNS requests, SNOT alerts, and Surikata alerts. So all of these that we explored just now is about all the file that I uploaded just now, that is a network PCAP file. Okay. Next, let's move to the relation section. Virus total back and generate rich relationship from the file that we upload from scanning. From the file that we upload for scanning, the file can be seen contained in some other file. For example, what are the parent of a given portable executable, domain to the IP address mapping, overtime, and etc. So as we can see, there are two contacted domain. This is the contacted domain section. Two contacted domain here. One is from GoDaddy service, Cayman Island registry, which is the date of last report is on 22 November 1998, and one registry is known as unknown. That's known here. Any cannot detect any name here for the registrar. It's unknown, and both show the detection 0/84. Both show 0/84. When we scroll down below, when we scroll down below that, we can see that is contacted IP address. Contacted IP addresses. There can be more, but in this file, just there is a single IP addresses contacted. When we see there is a contacted IP addresses, in this section we can see what is the autonomous system and location country for the IP addresses is. The country location of the network pickup file is in US, United States, with 3,356 autonomous system with detection 0 over 84. The IP address is this. This is the IP address of the autonomous system in the US country for this file. Next, below that we can see the portable executable resource parents. PE stands for portable executable. Okay. In this section, network picker file is a type of file in Windows 32 EXE format executable with 32-bit version of Windows operating system, which is the date of the last report is on 30th May 2019. The portable executable is a data structure that encapsulates the information necessary for the Windows OS loader to manage the wrapped executable code. Okay, next we scroll down a bit, we can see a graph summary. What is a graph summary? This is the graph summary that result for the file we upload, the network pickup file. So this is the graph summary. Okay, when we see the graph summary virus total graph is a visualization tool built on top of a virus total data set. It understands the relationship between files, URLs, domains, IP addresses, and other items encountered and ongoing investigation. With it, you can pivot intelligently over any of the malware artifacts in your graph and synthesize your finding into a threat map that you can share with others. You can share these findings to others to get more information regarding this network file that we uploaded for the scanning. So let's see what is it. The overview graph summary for the network pickup file is shown that there is one portable executable resources parents and one contact IPS and two contacted domains. Additional info. If any other user make changes or you make any changes in the file and you repackage and upload it, in this file you can see your graph which include your saved graphs and those graphs where you have edited or viewer. You can see the latest graph. It includes the latest created graph. Top commented graph. It includes the graph that have more comments. Next, the top viewed graph. It includes the graph that more user visited the graph summary section. Lastly, let's overview the relation section. In the relation section, we discuss about what is the contacted domain, contacted IP address, PE resources parents, portable executable resources parents, and the graph summary. Okay. Next, let's move to the comment section. In the comment section, there is no comments, but you can see the voting details. There's 2 people here voted. So lastly, let's move to the comment section. These are the comments made by the members of Virus Total community. Most recent comments are listed first. This section also record the votes made by members that is regarding the file we uploaded and votes made by the members of the virus community on this file or the URL. So there's no comment in our network pickup file, but there is voting details. There's 2% here. to user here. Sorry, to user here with voting details. In conclusion, using VirusTotal is really easy to analyze and examine a file without executing it, and it allows us to identify whether the file is recognized as malicious as well as potentially provide basic information surrounding functionality. So I think this video made to understand more about VirusTotal. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much.